Welcome back to Area Diesel Service. Today we're going to bring you another collaborative video with fellow YouTube creator Dirt Perfect. If you've been following along over on Dirt Perfect's channel, you've seen that he's had his 1999 Mack semi-truck in for some maintenance and repairs. He's been having an issue with this truck. He's got a misfire at idle, and somewhere around mid-range RPMs, misfire clears up and goes away. He's done the diagnostic work on his side. He didn't come here from his channel. Go over there and check it out. You can see real-world examples of how this stuff goes down. Dirt Perfect did what is probably the best validation or diagnosis you can do on this truck. He suspected he had an injector issue. He was getting a code for a specific cylinder. He took that injector, put it in another cylinder, and the code followed the injector. The only thing that changed was the position of the injector in the engine, and the code followed it, and that's pretty well gospel as far as pinpointing the specific problem. Little backstory, this is a 99 Mack. You guys have seen this on his channel. This is what he pulls his low boy around with. He's had this rig 10 or 12 years. E7 E-Tech Mack built engine. Good engine. He's got 700,000 miles on it. He in-framed it about 150,000 miles ago, and then recently you might have seen it was back in for a head gasket. We're pretty confident that we've got an injector issue with this truck, but he's a busy man and time will not allow the injectors to come out and come in for an inspection, diagnosis, rebuild, and return. It's middle of May right now. It's go time for those guys, and they can't be without that rig. Given the circumstances, what we're going to do, we've got a brand new set of authentic OEM Bosch injectors. Best thing you can get, brand new high quality Bosch units. We're going to send these over to Dirt Perfect so he can keep his rig on the road. So we've got brand new, known, good injector. We're going to pop one off. Look at the opening pressure. Should be 300 bar on these injectors, 4,300 PSI. We're going to make sure that these are up to par. There'll be zero issues there. Bosch is always super high quality stuff. But we'll pop one of these off, take a look at the spray pattern, get these out to DP so he can keep his rig on the road, and then when he gets the old injectors out, he's going to ship them back over here whenever that happens, and we'll do kind of a second part of this video. We'll take those injectors, we'll inspect them, we'll take them back, pop them off, and see if we can pick up the failure on the injectors coming out of the engine. We're back in the mechanical injector room now. This is a test rig. Pop tester is what they're commonly referred to. Basically a hydraulic pump, lever operated hydraulic pumping element hooked up to a pressure gauge that's going to read the opening pressure, and then just a line going over to the injector. This one's a little different. We've got to chuck up this fixture, and then there's an inlet tube that screws in through the side. This injector doesn't have a threaded inlet like most of them, so a little bit different fixture there, but no big deal. We're using calibration fluid in here so we know we've got a known good constant in our fluid. We're going to pump it a little bit, bleed out the stand. No leaks, everything looks good. We're going to open the valve, we're going to read the pop-off pressure. This one's got a little bit higher opening pressure, and it's kind of hard to capture it, but I can tell you that the opening pressure is correct, spray pattern is good, chatter is correct. These are the injectors that Mike over at Dirt Perfect pulled out of his E7 Mack. The truck is repaired, running good. We're going to do some exploratory surgery on these injectors to see if we can pick up the problem. We believe that there's one that was the culprit, causing a little bit of a misfire, a little bit of a popping sound. We're going to take these back to the injector room. We're going to set them up. We're going to go through and pop them all off, see if we can pick up anything on the pop tester, and then if we can, we'll scatter that injector. We'll go inside, see if we can see specifically what the root cause of the problem is. So follow us back to the injector room. We'll see what we can get into. So we're back in the mechanical injector room. You guys watched us pop off the new injectors, We now have Dirt Perfect's old injectors back here. We're going to walk through these one at a time, see if we can pick up the issues. We're looking for nozzle opening pressure. So again, the amount of pressure that it takes to lift the pintle off of the seat. And we're going to be looking at spray patterns. So those are the two primary things. We're going to want to make sure that the injector chatters appropriately. You can hear that nozzle rapidly opening and closing. Mike numbered these when he pulled them out of the engine. We're going to do them in order. So we've got number 1 chucked up in the appropriate fixture. We're going to bring you through the first one, and we'll stop. We'll probably fast forward until we find an issue, and then we'll bring you back and we'll look at that one specifically. So here goes. All right, so injector 1, you can hear a good chatter. You can see a pretty good spray pattern. So we're going to open the gauge and we're going to see where it's popping off. About 270. So opening pressure is low, but chatter is good. Atomization is good. Technically out of spec, but I'm not sure that this is the problem. So we'll move on to the next one, see if we can pick up a smoking gun. $2,600, so lower yet. Chattering good, spray pattern looks good. Popping off about 260. If you can see this hole right here, this is fuel return for what doesn't get delivered. We'll try and bring you in close and show you. You can't really see much, but this is return, and it is a little excessive in this one. You can just see it kind of puddling up in there. See the paper towel getting saturated there. I know it's probably hard to see on camera. So we're a little suspect here. Basically, if it's returning more fuel, then that takes away from what should be technically getting delivered. So we could have a worn out nozzle, or the nozzle to body surface finish could be suspect. So we're going to set this one aside and we'll continue on, see if we pick up any more return on the others. We'll look at the return on 5 and 6 specifically now that we've seen it on this one. Number 6. All right, so it's urinating, we're going to call it for the YouTube world. This is likely the issue. So I'm going to give her some beans. It feels like the valve's stuck. You can see it not atomizing. I'm going to hammer on it, see if we can unstick the valve. So when I wail on it, you can see it chatter. You can see it atomize. Now it's behaving better. So we're going to say that this was likely the cause, probably the reason it was intermittent. So this one's sticky, coming and going. That's what DP was experiencing. We're going to check the opening pressure. It's down 230, 240. So this is the smoking gun. Number 6, I don't remember what he said. I thought he told me number 4 was coming up with a code, or he had a code on number 6 and moved it to number 4, or vice versa. But this is the problem child. We're going to take it apart, look inside, see if we can figure out what was going on. We've scattered the number 6. This is the nozzle. The fuel atomization is spraying out of the tip, right? This is inside of the combustion chamber. This is where the fuel is delivered directly into the cylinder. When the pressure from the injection pump enters the injector, that high pressure fuel, that 300 bar, comes down through these holes. This hole here specifically, these are alignment pins. So the high pressure fuel comes in here and it moves this pintle, right? That hole goes all the way down into the body, picks that pintle up off the seat down here. It's a needle and seat, and that's where the fuel injection happens. The pressure that this valve opens at is determined by the spring inside the body of the injector and the thickness of the shims that set the tension that hold the valve shut. This injector, I know you can't feel it, but I can. It's hanging up. These are a precision fit. We call them a class fit, right? So this pintle specifically fit to this body, and I can feel a booger, and we'll bring you in close, and you can see it, and you can feel it. So the fuel is operating under this step right here. That's what's picking the pintle up out of the body of the nozzle. And I don't know if you can see that line. So right here, right, this is precision fit. We were talking about class fit in the body. There's two lines right here, and that's all it takes. Those little lines, they don't look like much, but you can pick them up with your fingernail, and that's causing the valve to stick, and that's causing his fuel delivery or his atomization to be inadequate. A lot of times what will happen is you might get one good delivery, and that booger will make the valve sit up. The spring doesn't have enough pressure to close it. When you go to hit it with more fuel, it just urinates out of the nozzle, right? And the atomization is not good. The fuel delivery is not to specification. And then you may inject a few more times and the valve will decide to close. Vibration will let the thing close, and then you'll get some good fuel deliveries for a while until she snags up again, and then you're going to the bathroom again. So there it is, smoking gun. The issue with Dirt Perfect's Mack E7 was as little as that. You saw what he had to go through to put the injectors in the engine. That little burr on that valve was the root of his evil. DP nailed this one with the on-vehicle diagnostic work over there. I think he flipped injectors and watched the problem follow the injector, and that's pretty much indisputable diagnostic technique that the problem is in the injector. So we just wanted to give you a little bit of the behind the scenes look. There was an injector problem. DP was correct. He has installed the brand new OEM Bosch injectors. Problem was solved. The world is saved. DP's a busy dude, right? He didn't have time to remove and send in for repair. He opted for brand new injectors. Many folks do. If time is not a crunch, turnaround is usually testing them same day, possibly next day that we receive them. We can do a test and advise, take a look at availability and options from there, right? Are the subcomponents available to rebuild? Do we have injectors on the shelf? But as far as getting you a response from the test and advise, pretty rapidly, right? A day or two. So that's generally how that rolls. If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Area Diesel Service prides ourselves in providing a high quality customer experience, and just like this one, a high quality component. We're easy to work with, easy to get a hold of. You can call us at 800-637-2658. You can drop us an email at parts@areadiesel.com, or you can log on to our website at areadieselservice.com, where you'll find a large amount of high quality information and the ability to chat instantly with a diesel engine expert through the button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, or you can stop by any of our locations in Iowa, Illinois, or Indiana. And if you mention that you learned of us through this collaborative content with fellow YouTube creator Dirt Perfect, We'll cover the shipping on your components or your project, and we'll throw in a freebie Area Diesel merch, right? So we got a couple hats, mechanics gloves, and we now have Area Diesel fender covers in the merch store. So that's it. Thanks for watching.